We exist within a profound mystery, one that defines our very being. It is the enigma of consciousness, the subjective experience of awareness itself. What is this inner world, and where does it truly reside? Every moment, you are experiencing something. You are seeing, hearing, feeling, and thinking. This continuous stream of sensation and thought is your consciousness. Consider your own identity. If every atom in your brain were gradually replaced, one by one, would you still be you? Would your unique sense of self persist through such a transformation? This question delves into the very core of what it means to be alive. Consciousness stands at the intersection of rigorous science, ancient philosophy, and the vast, uncharted territories of the unknown. It is the ultimate frontier of human inquiry. For centuries, consciousness was often relegated to the realm of the mystical or the divine. Modern neuroscience, however, has shifted our focus dramatically. We now look to the brain, a 3-pound organ of flesh and electricity, as its most likely seat. Within this intricate structure lie approximately 86 billion neurons. Each neuron is a tiny processing unit firing electrical pulses in complex patterns. These electrical signals are the language of the brain. These billions of neurons form trillions of connections, an unimaginably vast network. It is from this intricate web of activity that our vivid inner world, our consciousness, somehow emerges. This biological machinery is undeniably central to our experience. Scientists have proposed various models to explain how this happens. One prominent theory is the Global Workspace Theory, or GWT. It suggests that consciousness arises when information becomes globally available to multiple brain systems. Another leading contender is the Integrated Information Theory, or IIT. IIT posits that consciousness is a measure of the integrated information within a system. It suggests that the more integrated and differentiated a system is, the more conscious it becomes. Yet, despite their explanatory power, neither GWT nor IIT fully captures the essence of subjective experience. They describe the mechanisms, but not the feeling. The leap from electrical impulses to the richness of our inner life remains a profound challenge. The most perplexing aspect of consciousness was famously articulated by philosopher David Chalmers. He termed it the hard problem. This distinction separates it from what he called the easy problems. The easy problems of consciousness involve describing brain functions. These include how we process sensory information, how we retrieve memories, or how we control our motor actions. These are complex, but they are ultimately problems of mechanism and function. The hard problem, however, asks a different question entirely. It asks why all this information processing feels like something from the inside. Why do we have a subjective, first-person experience of the world? This brings us to the concept of qualia. Qualia are the subjective, qualitative aspects of our experiences. They are the redness of red, the warmth of a summer day, the sharp pang of pain, or the sweet taste of chocolate. Science can explain the wavelengths of light that produce the sensation of red. It can describe the neural pathways activated by pain, but it cannot yet explain why these physical processes give rise to the specific, ineffable feeling of redness or pain. The lack of a scientific explanation for qualia remains a significant hurdle. It suggests that our current understanding of the brain, while advanced, may still be missing a fundamental piece of the puzzle. The subjective quality of experience seems to defy purely objective description. Further insights into consciousness's complexity come from split-brain experiments. These studies involve patients whose corpus callosum, the bridge connecting the brain's hemispheres, has been severed. The results are astonishing. These experiments suggest the potential for divisible consciousness. In some cases, it appears as though two distinct streams of awareness can exist within a single individual. Each hemisphere may possess its own perceptions, thoughts, and even desires, operating independently. Consciousness is not a static, unwavering state. It is a dynamic phenomenon, constantly fluctuating and transforming. Our awareness can shift dramatically, revealing its inherent fragility and strangeness. Consider the profound effect of anesthesia. A carefully administered dose can cause awareness to simply disappear. The intricate symphony of the brain's activity is temporarily silenced, and with it, the sense of self. Deep sleep offers another fascinating glimpse into these shifting states. During deep sleep, our conscious sense of self often dissolves entirely. Yet, paradoxically, this is also when vivid and often bizarre dreams can occur, creating entirely new realities within the mind. Meditation practices offer a different path to altered awareness. Through focused attention and mindfulness, practitioners can quiet the incessant mental chatter. This can lead to a state of bare awareness, where the mind observes without judgment, experiencing pure presence. Near-death experiences, or NDEs, present an even more enigmatic phenomenon. Individuals who have been clinically dead and then revived often report sensations like floating outside their bodies, moving through tunnels of light, or encountering deceased loved ones. These accounts, while anecdotal, challenge our conventional understanding of consciousness. These various altered states strongly suggest that consciousness depends on specific patterns of brain activity. When these patterns are disrupted, enhanced, or reconfigured, our experience of reality changes profoundly. The self we perceive as stable is, in fact, a delicate construct. The fragility of our sense of self is a humbling realization. It underscores how intricately our subjective experience is tied to the physical processes of the brain. Yet, the precise nature of this connection remains elusive. The rapid advancements in artificial intelligence compel us to ask a profound question: can machines ever become conscious? As AI systems grow increasingly complex, the line between computation and cognition blurs. Could a sufficiently advanced AI truly achieve awareness? One perspective suggests that consciousness might simply be an emergent property of complex information processing. If this is true, and if theories like integrated information theory hold, then a sufficiently complex AI with highly integrated information might indeed wake up. Its internal states could become so rich and interconnected that they give rise to subjective experience. However, a powerful counter-argument exists. This view posits that AI merely processes symbols and data. It can simulate understanding, but it cannot truly feel the meaning behind those symbols. A machine might perfectly describe the color red, but it would never experience the qualia of redness. This debate has immense ethical implications. If we were to create a truly conscious machine, what responsibilities would we bear? Would it be capable of suffering, joy, or even existential dread? The very act of creating such an entity would force us to confront our deepest moral obligations. The potential for conscious AI raises questions about rights, personhood, and the nature of existence itself. It challenges us to define what it means to be alive and aware. The answers could reshape our understanding of intelligence and sentience. The possibility of machine consciousness forces us to re-examine our own. It pushes us to consider whether our unique human experience is merely a more sophisticated form of information processing, or if there is something fundamentally different, something non-computable at its core. The future of AI may hold not just technological breakthroughs, but philosophical revelations. Ultimately, consciousness remains an enduring mystery. Many scientists believe it is an emergent property of biological networks. They argue that the sheer complexity and interconnectedness of the brain's neurons give rise to this unique phenomenon, much like wetness emerges from water molecules. Yet, alternative theories propose a more radical idea. Some suggest that consciousness might not be merely a product of the brain, but a fundamental feature of the universe itself. This view posits that consciousness is woven into the fabric of reality rather than being an accidental byproduct of biological evolution. The quest to understand consciousness spans centuries, drawing insights from diverse traditions. From the ancient meditative practices of Buddhist philosophy, which explore the nature of mind, to modern quantum mind theories that seek connections between consciousness and the subatomic world, the search continues. Each approach offers a unique lens through which to view this profound enigma. Despite all our scientific advancements, each individual carries within them a private theater of thoughts and sensations. This inner world, unique and inaccessible to others, confirms the deeply personal and subjective reality of the mystery. No external observation can fully capture the essence of what it feels like to be you. Science may one day map every neuron, trace every connection, and record every electrical impulse in the brain. But even with such complete data, it may still struggle to capture the subjective feelings. How do we quantify the taste of chocolate, the warmth of love, or the pang of sorrow? The ultimate challenge is not just to explain how the brain computes information. It is to explain something far more profound. It is to understand how, in this vast and indifferent universe, a part of it somehow wakes up and experiences itself as you.